y'all? It's your girl, Miss Always Am Black, and I'm coming to y'all on my YouTube channel. And I know I look super crazy, but I decided to show you guys me completely barefaced, no lashes, and getting ready to do a hair tutorial. I look crazy. But it's Sunday and I am going to listen to something that my daughter sent over, and I was like, I'm getting ready to do my hair, and people always ask me about my hairstyles, so I wanted to show you guys a different hairstyle with the same hair. So I was like, I'm going, multitask, do what it is that we do. So here we are. So real quick, if this is your first time here, welcome. I do a lot of talk here about my businesses. I have a boutique, and I also have a brand development firm. So I talk about small business and style and stuff. My firm is from a brand image perspective, so I am always talking about that perspective, hence the hair, the style, all that. So if you think that you're going to like it here, make sure you hit that subscribe button. I'm pretty sure you will. I have a lot of content to post that is been in my phone for a while. This is one of the newer videos that I was like, just do it. So here we are. But again, welcome. I have been doing my hair myself for a while now. When I am going to events, I do let somebody else do it. If you've been following me, I always tag them, the person who does it. But for the most part, in between times, I do it myself. So I want to show y'all. So lately, I have been using this Outre Velvet. It's the Tara one. I have been using the doobie. So I usually do the swoop to the side. The last video that I did, it was kind of more like the bowl cut, and I used this as well, and I did that actually on a live and on my TikTok live. So I wanted to show a different way that you can actually do a look with this same bundle. So let me show you guys that. Okay, and like you see how like I have this right here. This is going to give me that bump that I want right here without actually having to like cut and layer up into that without it. I don't want it to be super short though, because if I'd use the 2-inch, it would be too short, and I only want hair up in here. So that's why I go in with the 4-inch, and you'll be able to see that once I go in and add more hair. So again, this is the 4-inch. So you just gotta kind of feel your way. There is a three-way mirror I said I was going to use, but I've done it this way for so long. So like, see, I'll put this here and then just bring this around, and it's kind of like right on top of the other one, and just bring that around, and then it slowly moves its way up. I keep dropping stuff. And then it gives me that bump that I like in the back. You can see it's already starting to build that bump, and it's only the second one. See, and the only reason I go back in with this longer, with this 10-inch in the front, is because I just like a different fullness up here. And I've actually never done I've never done this style. I've never done this style with, I don't think I've ever done this style with just all of this hair. I should try it. But I do it kind of in like a U shape all the way around because I want my, because I'm doing it where it's coming all to the side. You don't want it to just, you don't want it to be where your closure, you want it to be where your, because your closure is circle, you want to eventually have it to where everything is going around in a circle, like so, so that wherever you're placing your closure at, it closes all at the, you know, so it closes around your closure is basically what I'm trying to say. So even though you're not taking your hair all the way around, you're building it out that way from the back and the front. And you just build that. And the reason why you do it so close is so that your tracks do not shoe. And again, you can already see my little hump being built. You see that? You see my little hump? I hate seeing these hairstyles when they just dramatically drop. And my hair is like short. All like my sides are like they're super short. All right, so I'm probably just going to do this last one and then go into that 6 inch. So I'm gonna do that and then I'll be back. Okay, and I like my bang full, so I actually added a little bit of some 8 inch straight hair that I put just a few pieces in the front just to make it a little bit more fuller because I wasn't sure how this was going to come out, how full it was going to be because the tracks were small. So I only put 2 small pieces, so that's the part that you see me cutting. And then I just continued on with the 6 inches, going around in like a moon shape all the way around until you get into the closure. So you see me just kind of measuring this out. I did go back in and take it out instead of going all the way around with the 6 inches because what you don't want to do is have to cut anything. So I kind of went halfway around with the 6 inches and then went the rest of the way with the 4 inches because you want the back to stay at 4 inches so that you're not doing a whole bunch of cutting. And then you just want to do this process over, just keep going around and around until till you have just enough space for your closure piece. And the reason why I love this hair so much is because it already gives you the effect that is already layered, and you can see me kind of playing with it. Yeah, to see, this is why you don't put that 6 inch in the back because you don't want to have to do that cutting at all. But it already gives you the look that it's already layered, so you don't have to do a whole bunch of cutting into it at all. But like I said, you just keep going through and keep doing this part. Put your tracks as close as possible so that you don't see the tracks at all. So we're getting there. Man, one of the reasons I love going to go getting my hair done is the mess, is getting all this stuff in my mouth. Ugh. Okay, right now I'm just seeing how much more I have to do before I close this on up. And of course, I just go through and see how full it is. And honestly, I'm just thinking if I'm even going to keep all this on this side. Like, I rarely keep it that long. So I'm just kind of just like gauging how much more I'm going to be doing. And at this moment, I'm realizing that I want it to be down a little bit more, just a tad bit more in my face because of how I just like it to hang. So I'm actually going to bring it forward, just bring a couple pieces a little bit forward, just maybe like 3 or 4 half pieces, and then that's how I'm going to close it out. So and then I'm going to add the closure piece, and let's see how that works. I usually do my own closure piece, but we gonna have to play with this one and see how that works as well. So let me go ahead and continue with that. Now with these closure pieces, you cannot just throw these things on. You have to comb through these things. You have to put a little bit of heat to them. You have to make sure that they are, that you apply them in the way that your hair is going, or that your style is going. Right now, I am cutting the lace around it. So because my hair is going to the side, you do not want that hair flipping to the other side. So what I'm going to do is cut the lace around it, and then I'm actually going to apply a little bit of hairspray and then some heat to it so that it goes towards the side that my hairstyle is going as well. And also when you're applying glue to this, just apply glue to the outside of this. I do not apply glue to the whole thing. I just do it to the perimeter because it's easier to take off. You're not ripping your hair out when you take this off. Of course, to me, when it comes to glue, less is better. So just a quick little tip. All right, so I have the lace off, and then I want to see if it is actually enough room, or if I even need to add another track or two. And then you also want to, before you put any glue on it, you want to play around with it to see what angle it's going to go in and how you actually need to apply the heat as well. And after I applied this, or after I put this up, I did realize that I wanted to put a few more pieces. I don't know if you guys can see that little gap right there, but I did end up putting, I think it was 2 or 3 more tracks right here, just so that there would not be a gap at all right there. And you see I'm putting some of that to the back. You will have to cut this down some because that just comes in one length. But you do want to make sure that there is not a gap between your closure and the hair that you're applying, or that you applied. So off screen, I did add those 3 extra tracks that I told you guys about. And I did have to go in and flat iron or add some heat to this closure, as well as add some hairspray to this so that it could go to the side before I even applied glue for me to attach this closure. I love doing my own closures, but I was trying to get this done in an hour, so here we are. Now, as you can see, I am putting it as close to my part, and then that's where I'm going to apply it. And as you can see as well, it is not like flying over to the other side right now because I have already flat ironed it and put the I had already put the hairspray and stuff on it. Now, if you see as well that it is long, so I am going to have to go in and cut this down to the 4 inches. So I'm gonna go ahead and do that. So now it's time for me to go in and add some curl to this, just so that it can accorate and go in the direction I need it to go in. So here I am adding some heat to it. Now, I also normally do my hair right before I am getting ready to get in the shower. So I always tie my hair up after I do my hair as well. That's just habit, how I've been doing my hair for years. So I normally play with my hair some after it's done. So even after I did this and I love the length, I actually end up cutting it some more. I love this length. However, it was still a little bit too long for me. I had, at this point, not remolded my sides down or anything, and I was loving it. But you can see, even with me curling this, I was like, not sure how this is going to work. And you can see I'm curling it tighter because it was bothering my ear. But I ended up cutting it. Let me know what you guys think.